Cobb. Welcome back to South Cobb Live. We are the podcast that loves to celebrate the people, the places, the spaces, and the flavors that make this South Cobb community thrive and come to life. We are super excited today. We got bold flavors, phenomenal flavors to talk about with Chef T and his beautiful wife, Mia. I'm really excited to be at Phenomenal Seafood right here in Austell, Georgia. Hello and welcome.
Well, thank you. Thanks for having us.
Yes, thank you for having us.
I am so excited. We are in the A, Austell.
Absolutely.
You can find me in Austell. That's what I can say. That's what we're going to say. Right up Phenomenal Seafood. So I'm really excited. I'm going to say phenomenal probably like 11 times in this episode because that's actually one of my favorite words. I have the Phenomenal Woman poem in my home.
Mm-hmm.
I love a good phenomenal story. And I'm right here in Phenomenal Seafood. So
Absolutely.
I'm gonna see if I can bring.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
Really excited. So wanted to just get this party started.
All right.
We're gonna celebrate y'all and celebrate this space. We are in the VIP lounge. We got ourselves. It's gonna be our party today.
Absolutely.
So if y'all can just start by sharing with me what inspired you to start Phenomenal Seafood and why Phenomenal Seafood.
And I will let you take that on.
Well, when we first started out smacking good seafood, we was on Veterans Memorial.
When was this?
This was in 2015.
Okay.
So we started out as a carryout. And I bought into a franchise. It was called Smacking Good Seafood.
Okay.
And we did that for about maybe 3 years, and then we changed the name. And 18, we changed the name to Mighty Good Seafood.
Smacking good to mighty good.
Absolutely.
All right.
So
I see the level up going on.
Absolutely.
So
Each time.
What happened, we went from Smacking Good to Mighty Good.
Yeah.
They wanted more for the franchise name.
Okay.
So we came up with Mighty Good because we wanted to keep it somewhere in that same from Smacking Good.
Yeah.
So we changed it from Smacking Good to Mighty Good. And we was there for, from to 2001, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, actually, we stayed there until 2002.
Okay.
We opened up over here at Phenomenal Seafood in 2001.
Wait, you said 2001
Right.
or 21?
21. I'm sorry.
21. Okay, 2000.
I'm sorry,
I'm like, y'all
21.
been here. Y'all
No,
got a whole
21.
show.
Yeah, I'm-
21.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah, in 21. So at Mighty Good, we really was growing, and I wanted to see people more enjoy watching people enjoy the food.
Yeah.
Instead of them just grabbing it and go home and then they tell us how good it is.
Right.
So one particular Sunday we was leaving my grandmother's house.
Mm-hmm.
And we were riding, and a friend of mine that's a realtor, Michael Morgan, he called me and he said, hey, I got a spot I want you to come see. So he gave me the address. We came straight here. And we looked at it, so we were like, But when we left, that seed was planted in my head. And it kind of grew. It just kept growing, dreaming about it. We go back, we talked about it,
Yeah.
and we went, looked at it again, and I was like, we're gonna try this. So here we are.
So, wait, you said we gonna try it, and you was like, well, what'd you say?
What you just said. I said, we.
Run that back. Right.
I said, but you know what? We couldn't quite come up with a name.
Okay.
And so the thing about it was we went from smacking to mighty.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, each time we keep stepping up.
Right.
So we're going to have to step up to something that's going to challenge us a little bit more.
Okay.
So we went to phenomenal.
Phenomenal. So smacking, mighty and phenomenal. And phenomenal is just like right there.
Absolutely.
And it says so much about excellence and quality. And I know that is what you put into your food. So if you could tell me, like, why, like the seafood, I know you started in the what was it, the franchise space with seafood, but is there something about seafood that y'all just love seafood?
I love seafood,
Okay.
but at the time when I met him, he was already working into the seafood establishment.
Got it.
So it was something that was a passion for him.
Nice.
And when we first opened, when he was working at Smackin', they wanted to close the facility.
Wow.
And he felt like this is an opportunity for me to change this. I want people in Austell to experience something that you don't get to do on a daily basis if you can't really afford it.
Right.
So he stepped out there on faith.
I love it.
So when he called me and said, "Babe, we finna buy a restaurant," and I said, "We finna buy a what?"
And you was like, okay, and you listened. And you was
And
like,
I
okay.
listened, and I was like, well, you know what? If that's your passion, that's what you love to do, I'm here to support.
Wow. And I love that. And I love what you said, Chef T, especially about how you wanted to see how people were experiencing the food and not away, but in the space together. When was the first time you realized food was more than just food, and it was about connection and culture?
When we was at Mighty Good, we had tables, and the tables were working, but we didn't have a lot of space. So when COVID happened, we took the tables out because of the 6 feet and all of that.
Oh yeah.
So we kind of missed that, and we wanted to see more. And with COVID, taking a toll on society and everybody. But the crazy part about it is we never seen a downside because of COVID. It was like our numbers went up.
Wow. What do you think what was the why behind that?
I think it was because it was we were one of the only restaurants that was carry out, and we never stopped.
Okay.
So everybody was getting to go, was calling in. We never changed our hours, and actually we were really was busy.
Okay. Well, you said you never changed your hours. That's a big deal. That's consistency. There was a lot of inconsistency happening around that time.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
we were blessed.
Yeah.
We was blessed. Yes, we really were blessed.
So tell me about your signature dish. I know you have some signature dishes. There's a salmon Alfredo. Y'all kind of do a nice blend of soul food and seafood. Chef's kiss, literally. It's really good. So can you tell me about your signature dishes? What's not the secret sauce, but what's the special sauce? What makes it so special?
Love.
You're right. I ain't even going. That's it.
We put love in everything that we do. You cannot come in here and cook with an attitude. You're going to burn up something. I have tried it.
It don't work?
It doesn't work. You have to be in a good place.
Yeah.
Mentally. It's just like going out playing in a football game or basketball game. You got to meditate and have yourself right. So when we have bad energy, that energy transfers to everybody else. But I'll say one of our signature dishes is our shrimp and grits. The grits. Takes us about 2 hours to cook those grits. So I come in every morning, I take my time, make sure that I got my woos on.
Yeah. Got good
and I
energy.
slowly cook the grits. And by 2:30, they're ready.
Wow.
So the Alfredo is made from scratch. We take our time. It cooks for a couple of hours. That process, going from one ingredient to the next ingredient. I'm not gonna really say, besides those two, that we really have a pad dish because people like everything on the menu. We
Yeah.
have a very large menu.
Okay.
So we try to cater to people that don't eat seafood. So we have lamb chops, we have ribeye, we have wings.
I know y'all about the wings now.
So,
Yeah.
so we try to just cater to everybody.
That's good. And I definitely have experienced one of the things about what I love most about highlighting businesses in this area is they're businesses that I'm a patron of. So I can have like firsthand experience, and I really love coming here. And the first time y'all got me was when I came on our Friday night.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all had the live music and it was doing the thing. And I thought that was so cool because I don't get to see that a lot in South Cobb community. Just a vibe, like a whole good vibe with live music. They can sing. The girl was on the stage singing. And it's Friday night. It was cute for date nights. It was cute if you just come in with some of your girls. It's cute for everybody. Just like you talked about your menu. I loved how like it was to different types of audiences to have a good time. And you got line dancing. I've experienced that. Like, so just share a little bit about like the experience that you give. How do you want people to feel, or what do you want people to say the first time they come and experience Phenomenal Seafood?
Me personally, behind our name it says Phenomenal. The name says it all. So from the time you enter our doors to the time you leave out the doors, we want you to experience something that you don't experience at any other restaurant. And that's the opportunity to come in, enjoy great food, to phenomenal food. And then we want you to experience just meeting Chef and I.
Yeah.
Because we are ones that we're going to go and we're going to say hey to every customer. We're going to check on every customer to make sure everything that comes out of that kitchen is up to the expectations of Phenomenal Seafood. So that's my goal for anybody that enters into Phenomenal Seafood. And when you leave, I want Phenomenal Seafood to stay on your mind. I want the next week to be like, you got a birthday coming up.
You know where you gotta be.
You know where we going.
Yeah.
And they have a variety. If you're allergic to anything, they have something else that can accommodate that for you.
Wow.
So that's what I want people to experience.
What about you, Chef T? That's a good experience, by the way.
With me, I wanted to be a lasting impression. I wanted to be where you got to come back and try it again. Make sure that it's not just, oh, I just came on a night where it was just a lucky night. No, this is consistent. You know, we go from $2 oysters on Wednesday, to karaoke on Thursday, to the live band. We have a DJ on Saturday. We do the brunch on Sunday. So we try to have a theme for every day.
I love that. What does it mean to serve the soul food and the seafood in Austell, Georgia, to you?
I wanted to bring something different. Austell. It was, you know about Austell, but like it's nothing in Austell. So
we growing. We grow.
We don't want people to have to drive to the city.
You're right. No, you are absolutely
right. And I mean, at one time it wasn't. I mean, and like we've been here 5 years, and it was a struggle.
Yes.
Very. I mean, like crickets on the wall.
I'm sure.
But we stayed with it. We just trust God and kept the faith and kept pushing social media.
Yeah.
And people started coming in and it just word of mouth.
How did it, what were you going to say? So?
And consistency. I think with you having food that are consistent, it brings people back. Because each time you come back, you don't want to come and be like, well, this was not what I had last time. It don't taste it. Consistency is number one. And that's when he talks about when you're in that kitchen, when you're cooking with love, it's going to come out consistent.
Yeah, that's a good, that makes a lot of sense. And has there been any ways that the local community really helped shape what Phenomenal Seafood is today versus what it was when you first moved here?
I say that the word of mouth of the community.
That's been the biggest impact.
The biggest factor. Like, they told their friend, they told this person, and it just continued to keep growing.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Ooh, I got a good one for y'all.
Oh, here we go.
So if somebody is new to seafood or phenomenal seafood in general, what's one dish here that they have to try?
Let's see. When you look at our platters, all of our platters have a name.
Okay.
Each name represents a family member.
For real?
Yes.
Absolutely.
I didn't know that.
So each one of our platters represent. The Mia platter is named for me. That was the first platter that Chef cooked for me.
Like,
for a date.
in a date?
On a date.
Oh,
he cooked for me.
Okay, that's getting good. Okay.
And that is what he put together. And I was like, oh my gosh, you cooked this?
Wow.
This is really good.
Now, you know you got to tell us what's in the Mia platter now.
You're going to have a bed of rice.
Okay.
You got your lobster tails because you know I love lobster. You got your shrimp because he knows I love shrimp. You have your corn. You have your potatoes and broccoli.
So he was showing off that day.
He was.
Okay.
Yes. And I think that's how he won my heart. That's how he won my heart. So that Mia platter is my, when people ask me what is my number one dish, that is my number one dish because that dish represented everything else on the menu. The Mia platter came out first.
Wow. So basically, if somebody's coming up in here and they're like, I just need inspiration. I'm new to seafood. You gotta get the Mia platter.
Absolutely.
That's it.
Because it's gonna give you a variety.
Okay. You gonna stick beside that answer?
No, you're gonna get the Chef T platter.
He was jealous.
He was jealous.
So the Chef T platter, the Chef T platter has everything, but I added a corn.
Okay. Oh, okay.
So hers don't have a corn, mine have a corn.
So you just went up there. You like, we gonna put some corn on top.
I just upped the ante a little bit.
You was like, that's hilarious. Okay, I just think that's cool. That's interesting. First of all, that they're named after dishes are named after people, family members. Are there any other family members you highlight in your menu?
Absolutely. I mean, he has his grandfather, which is the Orlando platter.
Nice.
And then we have my mom. She's deceased from pancreatic cancer. Okay. But we have the Valerie platter, which has the Dungeness crabs. And Dungeness crabs is one of those things that's really hard to find. So it's not always on there, but for the most part, we do have, because that's just a representation of who my mom was. And being born and raised in South Georgia, we love crabs. So,
oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
I love seafood. One year, my family had a seafood Christmas. And it was just all seafood. It was just, and it was, to me, that was like still a highlight of Christmas. Because, you know, you kind of like, what is it? Like Thanksgiving 2.0 sometimes with the food.
Absolutely.
We put some seafood on it. And yeah, that's cool. I honestly think it's really, really thoughtful. And it shows a lot of times when you have top tier, phenomenal experience, a lot of times it's because of the thoughtfulness that's embedded in how the things were made. And what you are sharing really speaks to that.
Absolutely. And then he has his mom and dad. The Sharon platter for those that love salmon, and then the Avon platter for those that loves wings and fish.
Okay. And did your mom and dad like those food items? Or that's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, that's special.
Yes. And he's got his sister, the Kenya platter with the king crab, who had to come up with something creative for her. She was like, wait, where's my name?
Where my name at? That's like going to somebody's house and they don't see their picture on the wall. Like,
absolutely.
That's like, wait. So I love that. Oh, that's cool. Anybody else? Who else is on here?
We have the Triple J platter.
Okay.
And that's for my three boys, Jeremiah, Joshua, and Jordan. So the Triple J platter is 10 wings, 10 shrimp with 2 sides.
Okay. That's where you get your shrimp and your wings from. Okay. So now y'all have expanded the things that now I have to experience.
Absolutely.
And now it's going to have more meaning when I eat it too. So that's cool. Thank you for sharing that. That's great.
Absolutely.
So let's talk about like a little bit, what's an underrated menu item that you think needs a little bit more love that people need to know about? Like, you like it? These people don't put no respect on this item. What's that one?
Probably ribeye.
The ribeye steak.
The ribeye steak.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, the ribeye.
Yes.
And I think it's more where a lot of people don't look for us to have it because we basically say seafood.
Yeah.
So, but and the lamb chops.
Yeah. The
You know.
lamb chops. I love the lamb chops. So.
Yeah, and the lamb chop is a high seller. But a lot of people still don't know about it. People like, I didn't know y'all had red meat on that, because a lot of people like they just order wing because they don't eat seafood, and I'm like, no, we have other stuff besides that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have the chicken Alfredo. So it's
that makes sense though, because it's focused is seafood, but the food, but those other menu items need a little love too. So I'm gonna give some nudges to people.
Absolutely.
Awesome. So if you can share, where do you see Phenomenal Seafood next, like in the next 3 to 5 years?
Oh wow.
The questions and the answers.
Franchising.
Wow. Yeah.
Yep.
We get that question thrown at us a lot.
Yeah.
So we have been in discussion about that.
Okay.
About franchising.
That would be
all
great.
over. It'd be amazing the different places that people come from to eat at Phenomenal Seafood.
Yeah.
So,
and experience. Eat and experience. I
Absolutely.
think it's a double whammy when you come in here.
Because we had a lady that had ordered a platter. Which platter was that? The Phenomenal platter? And the couple drove from Columbus because they saw it on her page.
Really?
They had the King Crab Family Feast.
Wow.
They drove from Columbus, Georgia.
Because they saw it on her page and they had to come.
And they came that night.
Could you imagine? And they're having a Phenomenal Seafood in Columbus, Georgia?
I was like, wow, y'all drove from... It was like, we got in our car because it looked that good.
Wow.
And now I can tell people it tastes that great.
That's a great story. Wow. Okay.
So outside of South Carolina and North Carolina and Columbus, people travel to come enjoy our food.
And that's what this is all about.
It's all about.
Right.
And the love that we give.
Mm-hmm.
And then the one thing that people always constantly say to me is that your servers, they are top notch.
They are.
So, and that makes a big difference when you're coming anywhere, because you don't need to look for a server.
Mm-hmm.
That server should be, baby, I'm good. I call you when I need you.
Yeah, I've experienced that firsthand with your staff, even your bartending staff. There's a lot of personality, but it's genuine, and you definitely have a good experience. It's good. It's like you're like, okay, because I'm excited to come back because I know I'm going to have a good experience when I come in here. That's great. So, how would you describe, or if you could sum up your food philosophy in 3 words, what would you say?
I'm gonna let you answer that.
I always go back to where I believe we are, and that's phenomenal.
There we go. Phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
It don't need 3 words. It's 1 word. That's actually phenomenal.
Period.
Period. Pooh. Look, I gave you 3 words. Look, phenomenal. Period. Pooh. That's it.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I love it.
Well, our slogan is "The name says it all."
The name says it all. It does. It's definitely a game changer. And that being said, you have to have some phenomenal partners, I'm sure, that you work with. So are there any businesses or partners that you love to highlight?
It's just me and her.
Oh, and y'all phenomenal.
Absolutely. Just the 2.
Wow. Y'all be making this happen.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Some days he may not be able to sleep, and some days I may not be able to, but through it all, we leave it in God's hand.
So that's the 3rd. God. Y'all in God. Yeah.
Every time we try to bring a partner in, something happens, so I was like, it ain't meant to be.
Okay. So you've been making it happen.
Making it happen.
With the original OG.
Through COVID, I didn't go like, Lord, but I thank you that we were one that could stand.
Yeah.
Just him and I. And no backing from anybody. No support from anybody. We was like, hey, what we going to do? Them savings is down. What are we going to do?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, a lot of sleepless nights.
Wow.
Because the crazy part about it is when we signed the lease on this building, time we signed it, 2 weeks later they shut the country down.
Right.
And we were like, so it delayed us from opening it up over here.
Right.
But, you know, it worked itself.
But look at it now, because now
Yeah.
you're talking about franchising. And could you have even thought of a conversation about franchising in COVID?
No.
And look at, that's just phenomenal.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Because when people used to call and ask us, are you guys thinking about, no. No.
Well, and now we're here.
And here we
so
are.
I'm really happy
Yes.
for you all, and I definitely am grateful that you spent some time with us today. Before we wrap it up, though, I've got a special game I like to throw a little loop at people.
Okay.
It's just a quick one. It's nothing too hard. You ready?
All right.
So I'm gonna just throw some words at you, and you say the first thought, feeling, emotion that comes to mind, or phrase when I say some words.
Okay.
All right, y'all gave me some good ones for this one. We ready?
Okay.
It's called the South Cobb Spotlight Sprint. South Cobb Spotlight Sprint. Because you got to just wrap it.
Okay.
First thing, don't overthink it. That's the only rule.
Okay.
Okay? Love.
Mia.
Passion and Mia. Oh, you're about to get the Mia Chef Tina tonight over here. Okay. Quality.
Me.
I love that both of y'all doing it. It's hilarious. Okay. Oh, gosh. Phenomenal.
Seafood.
See, there you go. Y'all done won it. That was simple. See, y'all done passed it. You didn't say nothing for phenomenal, though. What you got for phenomenal?
Amazing.
Amazing. Awesome. Well, thank you so much. Where can the people go to find you to check you out? What's your website? Yeah, Instagram? What's going on?
All right, you can find us at our website is Phenomenal Seafood at phenomenalseafood.com. Our IG is the same thing, Phenomenal Seafood, Austell. The address is 2495 East West Connector. It's Austell, Georgia. We're on all social media platforms, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Lemon. So we're on all the platforms, so we're not hard to find.
Right.
We have a big website, so it's not hard to find.
Wow. So guess what? You heard it first. South Cobb. We not hard to find. I say we because we a family up in here.
Absolutely.
That's what we got going on. So give it up for Phenomenal Seafood. As you can hear from them and experience, this is a great space and place so you can celebrate your food. You're going to know you're going to have a good time. Hit up that menu. And definitely, if you love what you heard, check us out. Come back. We are on subscribe to our podcast. And we're on all platforms, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and more, as well as YouTube at South Cobb Live. Thanks for hanging.